for three.
Yeah, it's just.
That's the thing. They defend so well, they make up for it.
Yeah, they make up for it. They're gonna get in transition. They're gonna get to the free throw line.
Well, that actually is the thing. It's not that they defend. They defend. They turn it over. They get out. They get opportunities.
They get a lot of pick sixes.
So that's the thing.
I'm just super happy. Yes, the postseason is like the young kids will say lit.
Really?
It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be crazy. I'm looking forward to it.
7-point differential.
I mean, me personally, like I don't know how many more postseasons I got left in my career.
11 points
And
in
we
the
talked
game.
about this a while ago, like getting ready for the
From
postseason,
deep
like that
three-point
moment,
land.
like
It's rebounded
it
by
doesn't
Wade.
matter what's good in
It's
regular
never
season.
easy from that distance.
That shit,
But
like
we
when
see
it's
him
not
drill
like
those
that,
and shoot around all the time.
it starts again. This is it.
He is
So
capable of hitting that shot. I'd like to see him work
I'm excited
for a better
about
look
it.
in that situation.
What's your mindset here?
7-point game. Biggest lead so far.
I
And
mean,
that'll
my
be
personal
Miami's
mindset is
ball
like,
as it goes out of
what y'all
bounds.
need?
Heat able to
What
keep
y'all need tonight?
possession. And you got to
For
be
me
in awe of
personally, my game
incredible
one can be
defensive
different from my
efforts
game
like
two.
this.
Do you guys look? Are you watching like who's on matchup right now? Or
No,
not and
The
won't
Bulls
be.
making a switch here.
it won't matter. I probably won't pay attention to the week of. Yeah.
Then just getting into it because now we got to prepare.
Yeah, now we gotta prepare. I mean, the postseason will start Saturday or Sunday for us. We'll probably start.
Six to
you know,
shoot.
I think playing is Tuesday,
Here's the fast
Thursday
break.
of that week.
Here's Petrovic.
Tuesday, Thursday,
Gets a
Friday.
second
Tuesday,
attempt to
Thursday,
go.
Friday,
Now he's
something
1
like
for
that.
2.
So, like, I'll
Ball
start
pressure and fast plays
I'll
like
start
that
mentally
will
like
tighten
kind
this
of
up
seeing
quick.
where we at more around like Wednesday, Thursday. But that Monday,
Outside
Tuesday,
Edwards.
I'm gonna check out. I'll check out for 48 hours, but I'll lock
Here's
in.
Garnett.
And,
He has
yeah,
6.
for me personally,
Yep, that one goes.
I'm just on some like,
Garnett's
what y'all
got
need.
6 here in the quarter.
That's
Yeah,
been
so my game
typical of
one,
their
my game two
performance
could be
today.
different.
They're
Like
sharing the
whatever y'all
ball
need.
and creating good shots.
Oh, Houston, Minnesota. Top. So it's Houston. It could be Houston or Minnesota.
Most likely.
Yeah, I mean for me, I don't.
So you'll
Bulls
probably
trail by
you'll most
7.
likely play Houston or Minnesota and
Pass to
then
Jordan.
And then we'll have if we take care of the first round, we play San Antonio the second round.
To the middle.
OKC.
Here's Olajuwon. They get it again. Tries yet again. No good that time.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Great.
Edwards for 3. Gets the 3 ball to go. And it's a 10-point Heat lead.
Ooh, they've been on fire from deep this quarter. Their percentage has been rising and rising.
Chicago with the ball. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
There's just a lot of wide open lanes to the rim here. That'll drive your coach nuts.
Yeah, we can see over
Playoff
here.
season is here.
He has some
In
choice
playoff
words for his
basketball,
team.
perspective
Words we
is key.
cannot repeat.
As a former player and coach, I've been right there watching every drive, every shot, and every block. And I can say from experience, there's no better feeling than living in the moment as it happens. That's where the American Express Platinum Card excels, granting you exclusive access to unique experiences worldwide. For playoff games, when every second is electric, your perspective is what makes it memorable. That same principle is true for all kinds of entertainment, even beyond the elite. The fewer barriers you have in your life, the more you're right there in the moment to enjoy it. I'd call that a win. With an array of premium travel, dining, and entertainment benefits, all backed by American Express's award-winning service, there's nothing like Platinum. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/withplatinum.
You don't gotta hover over this plant. Seriously, it's low maintenance. Rainpouring, snow piling up, even that blazing hot sun, it doesn't bat an eye, it just keeps glowing brighter. No drama, the leaves. Rare color mix set, bringing you the surprises of chaos garden my porch. Now it's like a tiny...
LeBron, he's checked in for Wade. And a change for the Bulls. Durant's checked in.
I wanted to get your take on reintegration. So the biggest, I mean, you just didn't know.
Yeah, I got you.
More or less, but the biggest one is Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
Like 10 months coming back from Achilles, which is crazy fast.
Now
But
Jordan,
it's an interesting
11
thing
points in
because
the game.
JT's one of the best players in the league. And
Yao
Derrick
passes
Henderson.
to Petrovic. Launches it. Parries it from 3.
He comes back to
Petrovic has got 5 points now this quarter.
You
give a shooter of his caliber that much time to set
and then
it
your
up.
best player
To the left
is
side
back
wing.
early in the injury. Like, What have you seen? What was it like for you
And
after
the officials will
What was
call
it like
the
for me?
illegals
I mean,
remain
it's an
here.
adjustment.
They've
for
done a
sure.
lot of good things today. The one area
You
they
know,
need
but
to improve
I
is
think
their
you
ball
also,
security.
if you're smart enough and you know the game and you kind of have the rhythm of the cross of your team, the best
The Bulls
thing to
trail
do
by 7.
is, or the best feeling that you can get of how you can make an impact
On the wing, Durant.
because you kind of see
Pass to Yao.
your eyes are open
Back to
and you're
Durant.
actually down into what's going on. You're like, oh man, I can put myself in that position. If I was there,
Shot clock
I
at
could see
5.
myself playing like that role.
Chicago needs to get off a shot here. Yao.
And that play,
And
that
that
position
comes off
right
the
there.
assist
So,
by Durant.
I think for
Yao's
me,
got
when
a
I was
second
out
bucket on the night.
and
Coach
just
is
seeing what the ball
loving the
club was
ball
doing, I
movement.
was like, oh man, I see myself playing that. I could see myself doing that, which could ultimately help the team. And you know, for me, it could
Miami
be a little
leading
bit
by
different
5.
for me. I mean, I'm 41 years old. I'm 23 years in. I've
James
accomplished
inside.
everything. I'm like, I just want to,
Chicago with
so
a
it could be a lot
rebound.
different for a younger kid
Olajuwon's
or a
got
younger
5
guy in our
rebounds
league.
tonight. Yao
But knowing
passes to
JT
Olajuwon.
personally,
Chicago
um,
passing it around.
I know he's like, I can see great help for the team as well.
Pass to Yao.
But still,
Back
also
to
still
Durant.
integrating himself back into the lineup. But what I've seen early
Bucket
on, it
6.
was just like, I think it was more just like, can I still do this?
Lets it go.
You know, kind of like Achilles.
LeBron
I've never
with the
done it
rebound.
before.
And so James will
but
bring it up for the Miami
it
Heat.
was more just like,
They've
can I
led by as
still
much as
take
10.
it? Can I still play? Can I
Nice
still change
passes to
direction? If
Edwards.
a turnover happen, can I still point to your backup defense?
From deep
As of
three-point
late, I
range.
seen them play the other night.
Yao
I
with
think
a
it was in
rebound.
Charlotte. They won in
The
Charlotte.
Bulls trail by
and
5.
without Jalen Brown?
without Jalen Brown, I think
Pass
he
to
had
Bibby.
like the first 9 out of 10 points, and he just looked like himself. Backdoor
Here's Yao.
fell for a game.
And
You
that
know,
makes
getting
him
to
3
his
for
rhythm,
4. He's looking
ISO,
good.
step back,
Great
three,
recognition of the
just look more
mismatch
like
and
himself.
using the
Playmaking.
smaller
Playmaking,
defender.
I think, and it's just gonna make them even more dynamic and more
They've done a
dangerous.
great job of moving
To
the
the
ball
point
tonight.
where
Yeah, BA,
before
keeping
the
everybody
injury, they were
involved
dangerous,
keeps everyone
last
engaged.
year and the year before that. So
And the
it's
call
definitely
is
great
going
to
to
have
be
him back. And,
yes on an illegal
but
screen.
implement yourself back into
Honestly,
a long
I
period
don't
of
know
time
how
like
they're winning
that.
so far. The
But
way
he
they've
tries
been
to
turning the ball over.
Miami
Yeah,
making a switch here. Adebayo's checked
But
in.
the two
Rose
interesting
is
parts for
checked
me, I
in
think,
for
from a fan
Chicago.
perspective is that how much patience and time it takes to adapt to playing the game after that big an absence, or not even that big. He was out
That's
times,
the Yao.
and that was a crazy injury. But a lesser injury and lesser time, it's
Now
still
Durant
difficult to jump
fires
into
the
a moving
3
train, right?
from
Yeah.
deep.
It takes quickly. I
Durant.
think a guy plays 3 days and we forget. Plays 3 games.
And
We forget.
Miami
he's
decides
been
to
out
take
for
their first
3
time
months
out
or
here.
8 months, or in Jason's case, 10 months. That for a fan, you have to understand, like, it's not overnight.
No, it's not. Man, I was out there. I got there games, and when I got back on the floor, I felt like I was so far removed from the game. It don't take that long.
Right?
You know, it's like I always talk about like the off season. Like, I love the off season part. Like, I get to really like between my game and grab my field. But the one thing I hate the most is that less than a week you're out of shape. Like you're really out of shape.
Deconditioned.
You're deconditioned. You spend 7, 8 straight months of like conditioning, mind, body, soul, and then boom, it's just like poof, gone. So for him to be out, 10 months of no basketball, having to recondition himself and then go back into live action, that alone is like that alone is a milestone. I think we, like you said, not only the fans, but also the peers and everybody. We don't highlight and celebrate that enough. For a guy to come back after an injury like that, or just to be back on the floor. That takes a lot.
It's a-
And the Bulls also making a change. Donovan Mitchell's checked in for Rose. Unfortunately for them, they're reeling at this point.
So true. Very little hope to win right now. Means they're in a fall.
Thurman passes to Edwards. And there's the lob.
age.
just disappearing like they're not even
Like
there.
almost
You
had me
gotta
worried.
show some
You know what I
fire.
mean? Like he
Yeah,
came
yeah,
back and
for
came
sure.
out like at
Edwards
this
on
level.
3
And
of 6 shooting
I
from
want
the
to see
field
him
so
play
far.
another 10 years in elite level. So that he's where he's at is outrageous, really, when you think about it. So I think you're right. We need to really applaud what he's the work he put in
Yeah,
to
for
get
sure.
back to play to be where he's at. Fingers crossed, it goes really well,
Hope it goes well.
and he just never looks back. The other part of this is like it's tricky. You know, he said on his YouTube channel, I think, like I when I come back, I have to be the guy. You know,
Oh, he did. I missed that.
you know,
Did he say like I
I
have
didn't
to be
see
the
it
guy
either.
or I have to be the clown?
I don't think he was saying like I have to be the guy over JB.
Right.
I think, but he's saying like I have to be the guy.
Like
I have to
me,
be
I have to be the guy.
I can't just be in the corner.
Yeah.
Which is on one hand is absolutely what he should
Yeah,
say. I'm thinking,
absolutely.
on the other
I should
hand,
say that on the internet.
on the other hand, he's also getting on a moving train. A team that's found a kind of a new identity. They're playing with a little bit more. I think in the past, if I had to knock Boston, they relied too much on their ability to make jumpers over people.
Yeah.
If they could have played a little bit more downhill, a little bit, because when they did break the first domino and get the blender, they were one of the best teams I've ever seen play the game. I think at times they settled.
Yeah.
And so they found this way this year where they've really, I think Maz has done a great job of like pushing them to be really clear, sharp. But like, I'll say this, the offense is taking a direction, but I see it in their defense where like he's coaching them like a college team. Like they're not making mistakes at the level. They've done an amazing job.
They're good, man.
If a guy's not a great defender, he's not making mistakes. He's up to fight. He's combative. He's physical. So I think that's carried over to the defense now. So they've grown in a way, but their best player is now coming back into this. That is a tricky, delicate thing.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that anyone's like me over team. I'm just saying that is an adjustment period.
Absolutely. I think it's for us to kind of see how it unfolds over not over the last 6 games of the regular season.
Right.
You know,
When it matters.
in the moment when it matters, you know, because both of those guys, JT and JB, are both great players, battle-tested champions, and they both feel like at any given night, I'm the best player in the world.
Yeah.
So how do they body that to where we're the best players in the world and it spreads to the body of the team and not just the individual.
Yeah.
So and I think obviously they've shown it before, you know, but they've shown it when they both they weren't coming back from injuries or whatever the case may be. But we are to see how it unfolds. I think they both can do it. I think they're intelligent young men
for sure
who can make it happen. I mean, Joe's a hell of a coach. I don't think he's afraid to tell either one of them, hey, what are we doing? Let's get on the same page. Because one thing about this league, you just don't know how many opportunities you have to do something special. And this was a year when everybody was like, this is a throwaway year for Boston. And the fact that they're playing at the level that they're playing at, this is a special opportunity. And if they have an opportunity to do something special, why not grasp it? That doesn't mean that the Larry O'Brien Trophy is going to get raised. Sure. But doing something special can still be accomplished, and so we will see how it unfolds.
Very well said. Yeah, I think it's
good. Jordan.
These things are challenging.
Yeah,
but he's been amazing. Yeah. Way ahead of schedule. But even in his time back on the floor, you're seeing him make strides quickly.
Yeah.
It doesn't always go that way. Sometimes you come back and you take something. Yeah. You know, like you could take a thigh bruise that affects the whole gait, that affects, you know what I mean? Like the fact that he's just been able to play through this period and keep slowly getting better is, I can't tell you how much I respect him for the work.
I agree. Much respect, JT, for sure.
And look out. They put this all together.
Look out. Nobody was expecting him to be in the lookout phase for postseason 2026. After the injury,
right?
Drew
And by the way,
Al Horford traded, Porzingis gone, like nobody.
yeah.
Nobody.
You almost thought it was the opposite. They were gutting the team.
Yeah.
Let's see what the future holds.
Big class coming in 2026. You know, JT's out. Maybe we play. You know, we don't play as well. We get a nice draft pick. Like that's what a lot of people were discussing. No, and Joe's like, you got me effed up. And JB was like, you got me effed up too. Like, we right here, and we got a chance.
We do have a chance. So one other guy that I think is pivotal for this whole NBA landscape from a reintegration standpoint is Jalen Williams from Oklahoma City. I mean, the way you guys are playing, the way Denver is capable of, the way San Antonio has emerged. OKC is an amazing team. You know, with almost anyone injured except Shea. But I think against those top teams, it's pivotal that he's playing near his level.
Yeah. There's not many wild cards.
Chamberlain's got his 6th rebound on
and a lot of the postseason teams.
And that one comes up a bit short.
He's one of the biggest. And when you're looking at your hand, like how many wild cards do I have? He's one of the biggest wild cards that you can look at is because of, you know, like you said, because of the injuries he's had this year, but also for the full makeup of what they want to potentially possibly get to. I absolutely agree. Because yes, they can still win. They're a damn good team. When he's on the floor, when he's not on the floor, you know, Shea special, but like it gives them another level of like, when he's out playing, when he's playing at a high level and doing what he's capable of doing. His ability to defend, his ability to get into the paint, his shot making ability. It's just another dynamic piece out on the floor. So I agree.
He's such a versatile player, and like you said, the defensively, the size. Like, you know, they've got all these versatile guys on the perimeter. He's the biggest of them, right? Really, of their pure perimeter players. He can play really all 5 positions. Last year when they were hurt, he played a lot of 5. Now, clearly we don't want to see him with the 5 in the playoffs, but he has done it. He can play the 1. He can play off the ball. He can play in pick and roll. He can play in isolation. He can play in closeouts. Play in transition. He can defend multiple positions. The league, the top of the top is getting so good. Like, I think they need him to find it. He's shown it. I think he's shown it a few games, like JT has in a way. The tricky part, like, he didn't have an Achilles, but with his injury, he didn't play all summer. Right? He worked out, but he didn't play basketball. Then he came back and, you know, wasn't ready to start the season. Came back, got hurt again, hamstring. He really hasn't played basketball.
Yeah, and that can also play with your psyche too. Like, you know, I work my way back from a hand injury. You know, I work my way back, boom, I'm ready to go. Then I go out, and then I get a hamstring injury. You know, then I work my way back from that, then I get something else. It's like, you know, that can also start playing with your psyche too. It's just like, I don't know if I can fully extend on the abilities that I'm capable of because I'm afraid to have another setback. And the last thing you will want to do in late March and early April is to have a setback. You don't have time to have a setback because the sprint is about to start. You know, we've all gone through the marathon now. Marathon is almost over. The sprint, the 100-meter yard dash is starting soon. You know, so you don't know what the psyche does for certain players when they continue to have, you know, compound injuries, whatever the case may be.
Well, I think luckily for J-Dub, he's getting enough regular season games. If he can stay healthy for the regular season, he's got the week between the first round, which frankly, they may not need him that good right, to be at his best. To where that gives him a month or so, so he gets himself back. So, did I insult someone?
That was great. They are they're great.
Puts Miami down. Following the 3-point basket by Chicago. They set a pick. Pass to Garnett.
Thanks for watching Mind the Game. New episodes drop every other Tuesday. Remember to like, subscribe, or follow wherever you watch.
Too often on an illegal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
Out left to the wing. Olajuwon passes to Petrovic. Pass to Jordan. Pippen outside. 4 on the clock. No good from outside.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Here's James. And it's Jordan with the rebound. Chicago trailing here. Petrovic passes to Jordan. And here's Pippen. Here's Petrovic. Give him 8. The 3 is up. James with the rebound. Time called here. Miami decides to talk it over.
They have been pretty disgusting offensively. Too many miscues. They've got to get to the bottom of it.
What happens when a team full of the best champions of all time faces off against a team full of the best ringless legends of all time? Will the ringless players finally be able to get over the hump, or will the champions reign supreme? Let's find out. You know what the rosters are looking like in Team Champions starting 5C: Steph Curry, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Tim Duncan, and Kareem. Off their bench, they got Kobe Bryant, Larry Bird, Magic, Jokic, Shaq, SGA, KD, Hakeem, Kawhi, and Dirk. And Team Ringless is starting 5C's Luka Doncic, James Harden, T-Mac, Diddy Malone, and Joel Embiid. And off their bench, they got CP3, Vince Carter, AI, Patrick Ewing, Russell Westbrook, Carmelo Anthony, Paul George, Steve Nash, Dominique Wilkins, and Donovan Mitchell. Now at the end of the season, and Team Ringless was the best team in the league, having a record of 79-3. But Team Ringless was just behind them, as they had a record of 76-6. Now it's time for the finals. Comment down below who you got, Team Ringless or Team Champions. We're simming this finals game by game, as the champions take game 1, champions take game 2, Ringless takes game 3, and the champ.
Over to the left wing. Here's Pierce. Buries it from about 10 feet away. Pierce has got 5 points. Bulls trail by 4. Now here's Pippen. Pass to Petrovic. Knocks it down from distance. 11 points in the game.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that too.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone until someone stops him. Just let him roll.
Here's Wade, following the three-point basket by Chicago. Here's Chamberlain, covered by Jordan. And the bucket is good.
They're winning the battle down low by imposing their will.
It's a neck-and-neck game in Miami. And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. Durant surveying the D. Pass to Petrovic. 6 on the shot clock. They set the pick for the tie. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
James outside. Here's Chamberlain. That falls. Nice feed that time from James. James has got 4 assists in the game. It's been a couple of minutes since they led in this game.
Oh, they'd love to change that here.
Pippen outside. For the lead. Nails it from 3. And the Bulls lead by 1.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Pass to Garnett. Back to Wade. Here's Pierce. Miami moving it around. The 3, James. Chicago with a rebound. Olajuwon's got 8 rebounds in the game. Here's Chamberlain. He's got 10. And he's going for the lob. And out of bounds. It'll be Chicago ball.
Horrible mistake right there. You hate to see unforced turnovers like that.
When you're casual with the ball, it can come back to bite you.
Yeah, B.A. Playing loose can help you and hurt you. They really need to tighten it up.
Now here's Pippen. He's got 6. From 20 feet. And there's another one for Chicago.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Time called here. The Heat decide to talk it over. Heat making a change here. Edwards is checked in.
Now in the game for Miami, number 5, Anthony Edwards.
Here's Pierce, guarded by Durant. Pierce can't get to it.
Give the defender credit. Willing to challenge the shot. Lots of other guys just let them score there.
All right, let's turn our attention to the sidelines for the latest on Anthony Edwards. Allie, what'd you learn?
I had a moment to catch up with the Heat's head athletic trainer. He let me know that it's a strained hip, which causes plenty of soreness and shooting pain in that area. Though it'll take some time to fully recover from this injury, the staff has given him the green light to play on it. Guys?
Okay, thanks for that. This injury certainly looks like it could be serious.
Here's hoping it's not, but yeah, this team may have to get used to playing without him for a bit.
And you just hate to see any injury, but potentially a serious one like this breaks your heart.
So it's Miami now. The Bulls making their last shot. Pass to Chamberlain. James outside. Just 5 to shoot. Fades back. And it's Chicago with a board. And it's the Bulls' ball. They're on a 16-6 run. Oh, wasted no time on that one. And now a 7-point Bulls lead.
Love the energy here in the third. Trying to take control now of this contest.
Yes, this is a pivotal moment in this game. Those extra possessions right now, they just mean a little bit more.
And now the Bulls in transition.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
Yeah, but they can't relax. They've got to keep building on this lead because it is not safe.
So it's Miami now. Time called here. Miami decides to talk it over.
You could really see a squad with losing steam. Smart timeout to give them a breather.
And it's the Heat with the ball. 9-point game. Cashes in the first attempt of the game.
If they're going to want to close the gap, they're going to need to start running more sets through him. Let your stars lead the way. Come on.
Here's Bibby. He's got 5. To shoot. Pass to Jordan. Over James. And there's another one for Chicago.
That's 3 buckets in a row off assist.
Here's Chamberlain. Garnett passes to Edwards. Here's Chamberlain. He's got 10. Here's Garnett. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency. Here's Bibby. Pass to Olajuwon. And here's Jordan. Check by James. Here's Bibby. Hits a 3-pointer. Bibby's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
James with the ball. Give him 8. Down low. Goes back up. Chamberlain gets the bucket. Chamberlain's got 6 in the quarter. Chicago leading by 8. Here's Bibby. Give him 8. Pass to Olajuwon. On the wing, Durant. Shot clock at 6. Launches a 3. James with the rebound. And it's Miami's ball. It's Edwards on the wing. Here's Wade. Pass to Garnett. Now here is James. Shot from the wing. Counted. James has got 10 points. Here's Bibby. To the middle. Oh, deflected. And that's out of bounds. Miami will keep it. Both teams will make substitutions. James up top. Fires for 3. Yao with a rebound. Yao's got 5 rebounds tonight.
The D has to respect his range. He made 2 in the first half, and he's capable of draining even more here in the second.
It's impressive how they've overcome his cold streak tonight. Everyone stepping in to fill the gap.
Garnett passes to Wade. Here's Thurman. He's got 9. Just 5 on the clock. Stolen. All alone on the break. Here's Sloan. It's hauled in by the Heat. James outside. Left side Walker to the inside. Pulls up. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Bulls?
Well, look, it's not just about forcing a turnover, guys. It's about converting them in those opportunities and cashing them in.
And also attacking in transition has been working for them. I mean, we credit them for running the break well and being opportunistic.
And the first one at the line is good. So both teams making some changes here. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Chicago leading by 4. Pass to Sloan. 1:36 left to play in the third quarter here. Here's Bibby. Give him 8 points now. Can't get the bucket from 20 feet out. Down low. Here's Garnett. Yes! Great play by Walker to set it up. Garnett's got 4 points now in the quarter.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
Pass to Sloan. Chicago passing it around. From deep, Jordan. It's hauled in by Thurman. Thurman's got 4 rebounds in the game.
Gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
It's Walker on the wing. He has 6. 2 for 1 opportunity here.
Hey, if I'm in their shoes, I go for it.
Here's Yao. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
Not all his mid-range jumpers are created equal. That's one they'll take all night long.
Up top, Walker. Pass to Garnett. Here's Thurman. And a nice finish on the layup. Thurman's got 11.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you can give up some size, but that shows you how fearless he is, willing to attack the basket no matter who is in front of him.
They set the screen. Here's Wade. No good. Would have counted had it gone. The third quarter comes to a close. It's the Bulls up 4. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page. Woo.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. We've got Anthony Edwards, and it's Pierce in at the small forward position. That's the group in the game for the Heat.
Miami ball. Now in the game for Miami, number 1, Kyle Heinsohn.
Heat trail by 4. Here's Wade. Outside Edwards. Off target from 3-point range. Inside. Here's Olajuwon. Hits the jump hook. And the Bulls lead by 6.
In crunch time, trying to get the foul, the bucket, or both.
Now Edwards. Pass to Thurman. Here's Wade. Here's the floater. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
Now at the line,
First one falls. Hits both from the stripe.
And they've done well from the free throw line this half. No misses yet.
Chicago leading by 4. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone now. Here's Bibby. Here's Olajuwon. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That one goes in.
This has been the story of the game. A battle fought on offense.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this one.
Here's Pierce. Baseline jumper. Yep, count it.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
The baseline J. Sloan pulls it in.
Nothing just seems to be bouncing his way today. Mama said there'd be days like this. They have missed his production.
Here's Petrovic. Misses the jumper from the wing. Heat trail by 4. Oh, they get a hand on it. Sloan, the pass to Olajuwon. And it's good for 2. Olajuwon's got 6 here in the quarter.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Here's the pick. Now here's Edwards. He's closely guarded. Pass to Wade. Yes, it's good.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for him.
Bulls leading by 4. Here's Petrovic. Chicago passing it around. Here's Yao. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Outside Edwards. Pass to Heinsohn. Here's Pierce. On target from range.
Something seemed to click for him at halftime. He's looked a lot more focused, and the game is just easy for him now.
Here's Olajuwon. And it's in. Off the glass. And the Bulls lead by 5.
That was a disgusting first half he turned in, but it's been night and day for him after the break.
Here's Heinsohn. Here's Wade. Sloan pulls it in.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Olajuwon passes to Sloan. Here's Petrovic. Out to the right wing. Out to the right wing. That one's good. 7 for 10 now.
And they just continue to sharpen their offense here in the second half.
Heat trail by 7. Pass to Edwards. Here's Heinsohn. Here's Sloan going inside.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
Here's Wade. Outside Edwards. 5 on the clock. Edwards, so good inside.
Wow, what a move from Edwards. He's fantastic at creating for himself.
Pass to Sloan. And there's the screen. Here's Yao. And yes, it's good. He's 7 for 8 now.
His efficiency has been a big factor in helping them capture this lead.
And here's Edwards. Here's Thurman. Outside Edwards. Pass to Wade. The three ball. Chicago with a rebound. Yao's got rebound number 7 tonight. Here's Petrovic. Releases. Again, the Bulls score.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
Here's Wade. Here's Thurman. Up top, Edwards. Oh, and a fast break for Chicago. And the fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Here's Wade. Pass to Edwards. From deep. And the three-pointer goes. Edwards has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And another one. That's 5 total threes on the night from him so far.
Chicago leading by 10. Here's Bibby. Here's Petrovic. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
Now here's Edwards. Pass to Heinsohn. Here's Wade. Clock at 4. And here's Edwards outside. Rebound by the Bulls. Olajuwon's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Here's Petrovic. And again, it's Chicago with a 3.
When this guy starts hitting threes, watch out. He's just pouring it on this half.
Heat trail by 16. And that's out of bounds. Miami will keep it.
Let's just say that was an ill-advised pass there. Very close to a turnover.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Chicago on D. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. Outside Edwards. Oh, got a piece of it. Pass to Sloan. Puts it up from 12, and he hits the jumper.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
And start with their defense. They've been intense on that end, and they can actually help their offense as well.
James, outside. And out of bounds, it'll be Chicago ball. Chicago making a switch here. Durant's checked in.
Number 35, Kevin Durant.
Chicago leading by 18. Up top, Pippen. Ball stolen. To the paint. Oh, they pick off the pass. And a fast break now for the Bulls. Here's Sloan. Pass to Jordan. There's a screen. Three-pointer. James with the rebound. James has got 5 rebounds in the game. Jordan against Edwards. Here's Garnett to stop the run. It's rebounded by Olajuwon. Olajuwon's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
First team foul. Shooting for Chicago. Hakeem Olajuwon. 2.
The first free throw is good. That misses, so he splits the free throws. Heat trail by 19. Left side, Edwards. The baseline J is on the way. Chicago with a rebound. Olajuwon's got rebound number 11. Here's Petrovic, guarded by Edwards. Shot's good by Olajuwon.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
And so James will bring it up for the Heat. Timeout called. Heat.
Yeah, they're hoping to turn things around with this timeout.
On the wrong side of a scoring run here, we might see a lineup change. I'll be pretty curious.
Here we go, fans. Time to make some noise for your defense.
Let's take a moment to check out our player of the game.
With the way he shot the ball, he had to be the choice. His percentage was fantastic, and he's just done a great job of finding space and taking advantage of every inch the defense gives him.
Yeah, they were on thin ice in this series. He knew it, and he went out there and did something about it. He wasn't about to let them go into a 3-1 hole. And here are the Heat now. Outside Edwards. Pass to Chamberlain. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
You know, that was an excellent play right there, using his strength to power through contact.
A line change here for Chicago.
Drazen Petrovic. Second personal foul. Second team foul. 1. Wilt Chamberlain.
And the free throw, no good. Bulls leading by 19. Outside Mitchell. Chicago passing it around. Here's Yao. And how about that? 8 for 9 now.
Just continuing to pile it on, refusing to let up.
If he has space in the mid-range, he'll let it fly. Doesn't matter if the score is tied or they are up big.
Here's Wade. There's a screen. 6 on the shot clock. Now here's Mitchell. Defense is right there. Pass to Bibby. Here's Finley. Lots of room. And there's another one for Chicago.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Now here's Walker. Pass to Thurman. Here's Chamberlain. Outside Walker. Miami, no good that time either. Smooth sailing for Chicago. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 23 points. Here's Bibby. Walker covering. And he lays it in off the breakaway. 26 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Pass to Yao. Outside Mitchell. Here's Bibby. Fires from deep. Drops in the three.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game, saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
So no problem for Chicago as they get the win. A huge victory for them, knotting this series at 2.
We've got ourselves a series, folks. Neither team with much of an advantage. It's a tight one.
And so this one is in the books. We hope you've enjoyed being with us for the Eastern Conference Finals. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for being with us. As we leave, we present our player of the game.
Good morning, sunshine. Good morning, friends. Yeah. Good morning, friends. Goodbye to bad nights. Good evening. Good morning, sunshine. Good morning, friends. Bad night switches again. And here's the good times. I often wonder will we live again. Good morning, sunshine. Good morning, friends. Goodbye to bad nights. And here's the good tries. We'll try again.